do apologize for having a coughing fit and getting sick right in the middle of it. I had to stop it for a second. I'm just hanging out here now watching the old Squirrely Whirly live show. Editing this video, getting it put together. Bring y'all the speed paint because it's about an hour and 20 minutes worth of drawing. Appreciate all my kids showing up. Appreciate all my buddies showing up. Saw some really familiar, friendly faces there, and I can't thank you guys enough for coming by. If anybody wants to come and hang out and watch me draw, I'm all about it. I'm still a little sick, so my voice is kind of giving out, but I'm feeling better. Maybe a couple more days, won't have to worry about it. So if you're interested in any of my artwork, it's all out there on deviantart.com. Just look for American Oji-san. Most of my other screen names are American Oji-san. This channel used to be called American Oji-san, but I changed it to Oji-san Draws just to let people know what I do here. So this is called Dragon's Wrath. This is the speed paint version of it. It's took an hour and 20 minutes down to about 5.5 minutes worth of drawing. Hope you guys like it. And until the next video, Oji-san out. right. Hey Mo, you just keep plugging away, man. You get up there into that Pusa Studios thing like I did tonight. Man, that kind of blew me away. You just keep plugging away. You'll be just fine. It's definitely a marathon. That is definitely the biggest subscriber jump I've had. And some of them are already starting to drop off. You know how that goes, but I'm not that worried about it. It was still fun. It was a good time. So we're going to do a drawing tonight. We're just going to do a landscape drawing, but I think we're going to make this one a little bit different, a little bit weird, because that's what I do. Alright, I think we're sitting in pretty good shape here. Been doing these 10 by 10 canvas size paintings. I may step that up in the future, but for right now we're going to stick with the 10 by 10s. Kind of makes it easier for me to post them on DeviantArt. And I'm just kind of trying the colors I'm going to start with here first. Yeah, you know, that's like the third time I've been there. Ralph actually sent me there, and I can't thank Ralph enough for it. But man, I really wasn't expecting to get up on the board, and when I did, it blew me away for sure. You just keep hanging in there, Mo. I think you're still ahead of me. I'm not that worried about it. It's just kind of my little hobby. Things will work out just the way they're supposed to. It's kind of the way I've been taught. But yeah, they are good folks. I mean, I told them I would try to send as many people to them as I could. And I will. Because it is definitely worth it. So we're just going to drop some big old background colors in here, and I'm trying to kind of keep everything a little bit darker because this is going to kind of be another one of these late sunset type deals. And I'm not really sure if I'm going to do a water reflection or not, but I'm just kind of setting this up just in case. Well, Mo, here's the thing I think about going live is certainly we all have a lot of friends out there, and we don't want to step on anybody's toes. But it's your channel, and you got to kind of just uh, do what you need to do. We all love all the people that are our friends and that we hang out with on their live streams, but um, I mean, mine just happens to fall late at night because that's usually when I'm sitting down relaxing. But um, I don't know that I would be, all that concerned about stepping on anybody's toes, because I think everybody's got your back out there. Everybody that's part of our little group, I think they've all got your back, and they would be more than happy to see you do a live stream and blow up, even if it's in the middle of one of theirs. I know I would. If that makes you feel any better, I hope it does. Nothing I would love to see better than one of my buddies blowing up. Well, you just let me know when you're ready to start running some live streams, and I'll make sure I'm there. You guys have all helped me out so much that I certainly uh, have a lot to pay back. You got folks out there like JJ and Granny and Snobby that have done so much for people. I know uh, you don't want to feel like you're stepping on their toes, but I guarantee you they're rooting for you. So if you need to go live, even if it's kind of overlapping with one of theirs, I wouldn't worry that much about it. Yeah, I'd love to see some of your art stuff on here, Mo. I mean, that's just me being selfish as an artist, but I'd like to see some of your stuff. You might give me some ideas. Hey, get her done, Granny. How you doing? Had a big night over on Pusa Studios. I picked up like 30 subscribers, man. It was something else. I've never had that many people jump on my channel at once. If even half of those folks stay, I think I'm winning. Oh yeah, we all got your back, Mo. We all want each other to blow up and succeed at this. That's what we're there for. We're not there for just a couple of people. We're there for everybody. That's how I see it. I bet you that's how Granny sees it too. Oh, I thank you, Granny. Tell you what, my heart was racing the whole time they were doing that stuff. I didn't know what to think about it. Ralph sent me over there, and like I was telling Mo, I can't thank Ralph enough because that I'd been there 2 or 3 times, and that was the first time they actually put me up on their board. And man, I tell you what, it was something else. Alright, now we got to add another layer in here so that we don't mess this up. Yeah, uh, I know I'm bad about not like my live streams usually only last about an hour, hour and a half. But that's about as long as I can keep my focus on these drawings, I think, before I. It's kind of like when I'm doing one of these paintings. If I spend more time than that on it, I don't. I think I'm to the point where I'm spinning my wheels. I'm not really making it better. Some people can spend hours and days on one painting, but I'm just not that type of artist. Yeah, you do, Mo. I mean, it's you just need to get out there. I know your one video that kind of blew me away the most was the one with the loofahs, because I had no idea what those things actually were until you showed me. And I think stuff like that would blow people's minds. I know my wife loves your channel. I just feel like I guess the reason I post so much and do so many videos is because I feel like I need to earn every little subscriber I get. So that's why I do so much. try to make sure that they're getting their subscriptions worth. And plus, I just love painting. I love doing all this stuff, so it's a win-win. Yeah, I think you got a lot to bring to the table, and there's so much interest in that homesteading stuff right now. I think you could really do good. It's kind of like art. When it comes to art, there's a million artists out there. So it's not about being the best artist. It's just about being catching somebody's interest is kind of the main thing. I just want folks to want to hang out. That's why I go to Granny stream so much, because I just like hanging out with Granny. Hey, Smokey, how you doing? No, Granny's from West Virginia and I'm from Arkansas, but we kind of speak the same language. You're up there in Missouri, so you're not that far away. You're kind of in the middle of us there. Smokey, I think he's down in Alabama, so I think he's the most southern of all of us. Smokey and Mess Hall. Hey Monica, how you doing? Trying to get Mo here convinced to start going crazy on her live streams. I think it's time for her to break out. Let's see here. Well, it's probably because I'm speaking up a little bit more. Let me get it here down by my face a little bit more. Maybe you guys can hear me better there. I try not to talk too loud because Mrs. OG-san's in the bed right behind me, and she might get up and pop a knot on the back of my head if I wake her up. One of these days I've got to build my own little studio or get a shed or something like you guys have. Does that sound any better? Plus, I think I just talk a little bit low. All right. Maybe I just need to stick this thing right here in front of my face. I'm bad about just pushing it out of my way because I tend to headbutt this thing. Alright, that's probably enough weird background stuff, so we're going to add another layer about right there. Oops, stupid line tool turned on. Yeah, I'm bad with the microphone, that's for sure. I think for my anniversary present, which is coming up here pretty soon, that Mrs. Ojisan back there is going to buy me a new microphone. So maybe we'll have a whole good new setup here before long. Yeah, maybe. think how I feel about it is this is probably not going to be on our planet here by the time I get done with this thing. That's too high. Yeah, maybe I just need to reposition it. I'm not sure. Could be. That's what I love about doing these kind of things is you just make up your own mind on what you think it is. And whatever you decide it is, you're right. No, that's too much. Too much. But no, Mo and I, we were over on the Pusa Studios live stream tonight, and somehow I ended up there on their little push board, and man, I tell you what, that was something else. I picked up like 30 subscribers in like 10 minutes. It was crazy. No, you're working tonight, Monica. I feel your pain. I'm working almost all the time. So we got to get Mo up there. You know, when Kuntz kind of brought me into y'all's little community, I really didn't know what I was getting into, man. It's such a family. Everybody taking care of each other. It's pretty crazy. You guys always have my support on whatever you want to do, because y'all have all done so much for me. I will always have your back. Off for 2 weeks, man. I don't even know what that feels like. Well, I was off from my second job for 2 weeks, but I still had to do my main job. Yeah, they've already started going down a little bit, and I kind of expect that. and I'm not all that super worried about it. It was fun. It was a nice time and all, but I do figure that a lot of those folks they're not gonna stick around that long. It was cool, but I think I work hard for my subscribers, so maybe I'll keep a few of them. I get on here and paint every chance I get. I try to do a lot of different things. Hey, Mama Q, how you doing? So I've already done my creepy one for the night. So this is just going to be kind of my landscape one. When I did that one this afternoon, it was just kind of a spur of the moment thing. I just jumped on there and did it. I just felt like drawing and just went for it. It was cool because it was earlier in the day, and Allie and Tina got to get on there with me, and they usually don't get to catch my streams because it's like 3 o'clock in the morning for them when I stream. So it was really cool to see them pop up on there. I try to get on theirs and watch as much as I can because I love seeing that stuff from Scotland. I'm gonna have to get back over to Europe someday. That one's on my list for sure. Maybe I'll get to meet them. That would be cool. Hey, B Knuckle. Oh, that's alright. Been streaming a lot lately. I guess it's about time for your dad to get you a new phone. Is that what you're hinting at? Maybe in the near future. Alright, let's see if I can pull this off. I don't can or not. I'm sure we can hook you up with something here pretty soon, B Knuckle. You know, your mom, if it means she gets a new phone, she'll definitely give you hers. This is one of those instances where I should be zooming in, but I just still can't hardly make myself zoom in. I don't know what it is. I could probably make such cooler things if I just would. I don't know how it is where you guys all are, but it has been warm down here. I mean, super warm. I think it's going to be kind of like Granny. It's going to be like 70 degrees here. And I think we got a chance of tornadoes and stuff starting tomorrow. Now, if you guys don't know, B Knuckle is my middle child, and me and her have been through some things together. She's a tough gal. Back in the day when we used to all play rock band, uh, that was kind of our big family thing. Was we'd all play rock band together, and almost every time it would end up being me and B Knuckle there. Would be the last two people standing. Everybody else had gave up and gone to bed, and we would still be out there rocking. Those were the days, weren't they, B Knuckle? Yeah, the funny thing is, back in those days, uh, we were struggling so hard to make ends meet. It seemed like everything was against us, but it kind of was uh, some of the happiest days we had, I think. Funny how that works out. Sometimes you worry too much. I know I did, especially back in my 30s. You worry too much about what you don't have, and you can't really see what you do have. It's right in front of your face. That is for sure. Oh, well, you be careful, Monica. That's that's a pretty good drive. We'll see you on the next one. Take care. Let's see how this comes out. You guys ready to do this big blur effect on this water? I think it's time. Which means we got to save this first. And then we're going to have to take a big leap of faith here. Alright, so what I'm going to do, and the way that Streamlabs works, you can't see what I'm doing, but all these layers, I've got 15 layers built up so far, is I'm fixing to merge them all into one layer. So now everything is just one picture, so I can't go back now and chop away from one layer to the next. So when I say leap of faith, that's what I mean is if I screw this up from this point on, I've got to go back and pull up my old version and start over from there. So I think we said 5% was what we used last time on this blur brush. And let me find my stylus. So just like the old Bob Ross trick, we're just going to drag across and see what happens. And it is still thinking about it. Wow. See, we really screwed that up. So we need to go probably a lot smaller. Yep, about right there. There we go. Oh. See, guys, I still got this stupid symmetry thing on. There we go. Now we're cooking. The biggest thing to remember on this is you always want to be moving horizontally. If you start going off at an angle, it does not come out looking right. And I try to what I'm doing here is I'm trying to go back and eliminate all these little small details in the reflection because it really doesn't look natural. Any of these sharp lines that are left in the reflection, I'm trying to pull those out. Give it more of a wavy look. And then after we do this, we'll go back and hit this one more time. I sometimes get in a hurry and I screw up. Whoa, way too much. I think we need to drop it down to about 3%. Let's see what happens. There we go. Alright, now I'm turning the symmetry tool on again just so I can kind of see where my shoreline should be, so we can add just a little hint of a shoreline. Turn this line tool back off. Then we'll turn the symmetry tool off, and then we will go back with the eraser and start smoothing this out. Now you don't want some kind of perfectly straight line going across there, because that's not the way it works. You want some kind of a broken line. And there's all kinds of other things you can do. You could add, there's a ton of effects you could add on here, but I don't really want to get too crazy with it. So I don't know if Granny's still in here, but I would imagine this is probably a place where Baby Yoda lives, if I was guessing. I could see Baby Yoda living somewhere like this. Alright, so gonna give it my final adjustment here, and then we'll signer. Takes me just a second to get this done. And I can tell you, it's so good not to feel completely sick, because I've been sick for about 2 weeks now, and I've been waiting to finally start feeling better, and I finally feel better. So I am pretty happy that I'm not sick. Alright, so what I'm doing here is I'm just playing with the contrast and colors and the hues just a little bit, the temperature of this thing, just to kind of create the final effects that I want to create with this, because like I said, I like to make it I like it to look more like a painting than a digital painting. Turn down just a little bit. Temperature. All right. That didn't take long. And they do have those features in Sketchbook, but I just prefer the other program that I use. So there's our before, which looks pretty good, and I'll show you the after. And not that this is a whole lot better, but this is what I prefer. I just want it to look a little bit more like a painted canvas painting. And let me find my stylus here. And we will sign this thing in kind of a bright yellow. All right, there it is. I appreciate you guys hanging out. And Mo, just keep hanging in there, and you get that live stream up tomorrow, and I'll be the first one there. So appreciate you guys for coming by. It's been a good night. Till the next video, Oji-san out. Hey, you like dragons? Don't forget to subscribe. Oji-san. What's up, everybody? Oji-san here. Just hanging out tonight. Started a live stream, and really it took a direction I had not planned on, and I thought it come out pretty cool. I really dig it. I do apologize for having a coughing fit and getting sick right in the middle of it. I had to stop it for a second. I'm just hanging out here now watching the old squirrely whirly live show, editing this video, getting it put together, bring y'all the speed paint because it's about an hour and 20 minutes worth of drawing. Appreciate all my kids showing up, appreciate all my buddies showing up. Saw some really familiar, friendly faces there, and I can't thank you guys enough for coming by.